Guinea's Planet. Guinea's Planet, in one line, is a social enterprise that is building a world where being different is okay. Um, so let's get on with it. Madhumita, tell me, what should I tell the audience first?
So, before we talk about the Guinness planet, so can you please tell us what Guinness planet does?
Okay, so Guinea's Planet. If I talk about, let's talk about why we exist. So when we focused on the problem of ridicule, exclusion, inaccessibility that exists in this country and across the world, I realized through my course of work and my engagement with people, I am a social work professional by training. I've been working in the field of disability rights and mental health since 2002. And what I've realized so far is that among many factors that cause ridicule, exclusion, and accessibility, one of the important factors is also the combination of these three things: differences, which is a fact of life, the level of exposure that people have towards the ideas of diversity and inclusion, and the overall understanding that each individual has of disability and diversity. Combine it with the fact that innovation and collaborations are not going to be possible without diversity and empathy. So, looking at this problem, Guinea's Planet, what it does is, the run, of course, as you've already heard, we're building a world where being different is okay, where nobody is odd one out, and where imperfections and diversity is accepted. But the important ways in which we do this is by triggering and deepening life skills of empathy, respect for diversity, understanding disability, and the spirit of inquiry through the work that we do. Madhumita, does that answer your question?
Yes, actually, that's great. That's a great initiate. How did you do all these?
How we do all this?
Yes.
So we do it using a combination of products, workshops, and online content. These are the three primary segments. I'll talk about each segment. Um, so in terms of products, obviously one of the symbolic products that we have is Guinea Doll, who is a great trigger for any conversations on diversity. And so she's a lead character. She's a child with radial club hand. She wears specs. There are storybooks, there are coloring books, there is educator skill on diversity. There are other things beyond Guinea as well in the product range. The idea behind the product range is just to keep people focused on the ideas of empathy, diversity, and inclusion. But then the other key segment is the workshops and the courses that we run. We've done a lot of online mode courses and workshops already, and now we're offering things in the offline mode as well. And some of the core workshops, of course, focus on empathy, diversity, research and inquiry. And Make Your Own Guinea is like among the first, workshops that we curated for like 1 hour, a workshop for children, and it's a fun one and a very very easy trigger for conversations on diversity. The third segment, as I said earlier, is online content, and we do it very much through the blog posts, but also through our online series, whether it's a series of videos suggesting stories, which is called What Guinea Reads, or whether it's very specific live streams or conversations that we have with other people on different topics, short, quick ones to give people an overview. So these are the three things, three ways in which we are trying to build a world where being different is okay.
So it's quite impressive. But how is your journey? So how far you are come across this?
Okay. Okay. So let me just quickly, anyway, verbally share all this with you, and then maybe, hopefully, if the slide comes up, we'll share that as well. Um, so Guinea's Planet, I mean, as an idea, it started in 2018. I mean, that's when
Okay.
I was trying to see, what is it that we can do to bring the conversations to children and parents and teachers, but especially children, when it came to diversity, disability, and empathy. And at that point of time, when I started thinking about child-friendly methods, I thought that, okay, let's do this through stories and dolls and action figures. And that's when my journey with School for Social Entrepreneurs India started as a fellow. It got strengthened with Shakti the Empathy Project Fellowship, then again during the lockdown. But through the course of my engagement, in the fellowships and also trying to work on the product range, um, I realized that this has to also align with how children want to engage with the products or how teachers want to use them as well. So while we were making dolls and storybooks, we also started working on educators kit. But during the lockdown, we also realized that to bring in more people into the conversations, maybe internships would be a great way to start. So which is how in 2021 we started with Mom Internships, and we started with Sparkles Internships later, that year. And that helped us a lot, on bringing more people into these conversations, creating more brand ambassadors also in many ways, if I were to say that, a great way of creating brand ambassador is to, engage people more fully, in the kind of work that we do. So that is what we started doing, and that's where we are.
Oh, that's absolutely right. So, can you tell us more about mom internship and sparkle internship? So, right now you said about that. So, we want to know more about this.
At 5 o'clock we have like one-to-one small group closed discussion as well. So if you want to come in for that and watch our PPT, please do. Um, so going back to the mom internship and sparkle internship. So mom internship specifically is for people who, moms basically who've been on break, after marriage, especially due to pregnancy and delivery, and then now they're looking at easing back into the work life, because obviously the structure of their life and everyday routine has changed. So it's very important to find that easy way to come back into the paid work life and gearing up for it. So mom internship specifically, because it's flexible, although some of the things are mandatory like participation at team meetings and workshops, but with the flexibility that it offers allows people to explore their strengths, skills, and also build their perspective and come up to date, on what market may be requiring from you at this stage. Sparkle internships, on the other hand, is for anybody above the age of 18. But what we require from you and from mom interns is your commitment towards empathy and inclusion. Of course, we'll gear you up for it, but we also want you to come with some level of commitment towards this idea that the kind of world that we want to live in has to be empathic, has to be diversity respecting, has to be inclusive. But if you're above the age of 18 and if you're thinking of exploring different career paths, and if one of those career paths aligns with one of the open positions, then I would recommend you apply for it and you explore whether this is for you. I mean, this domain is for you or not. The only requirement that, of course, we have from you is that if you don't have any coursework or any qualification to be in that internship, then please start off a course before you apply to us. You have to have some commitment visible towards even the domain that you're selecting. So if you've never done anything related to HR, but you want to apply for HR internship, then enroll yourself in some online course or offline course where that commitment is evident, and we know that you're also building your capacity beyond the tasks and the perspectives that we build for you. So internship is application of skills and perspectives. So you have to gather those perspective and skills from whatever coursework that you may be doing, whatever work experience you may have gathered as mom, intern, I mean, at present, or as an individual in the past. So those are the specific two dimensions, and all these positions are obviously open for persons with disabilities. So we would hope that you do apply, and we look forward to interacting with you.
I hope it's definitely enhance their skills and more about their careers. So, what does after the internship begins? So, what we are doing? Can you
Okay,
please tell
so
us more?
I think before I come to that, let me just remind people that the last day to apply is 20th November, and just go to the join us page and go to guinnessplanet.com and then go to join us page and see what are the positions that we are opening up for. But let me also just give you a list of the positions that are open. So if you want to join as HR intern, you can join from anywhere. If you want to join as intern training, you have to be based in Delhi. If you want to join for product design internship, you have to be based in Delhi. And product design here is one, of course, that it comes from the IT field, but the other product design position also comes from the actual, the design bit that we do with, let's say, dolls and cloth material and other stuff. So product design from both wings, free to apply. If you're applying for intern publications, you have to be based in Delhi. If you want to apply for intern digital marketing, you can join actually from anywhere. Apply from intern operations, you have to be based in Delhi. Intern marketing can join from anywhere, and similarly, intern content design can join from anywhere. Also, I know that digital marketing has evolved as a very, interesting field for everybody. But to know, please know that, and of course, you'll know more when you join us, that digital marketing is not just about, creating posts and posting them. I mean, that comes later. Even before that, there is a lot of other stuff that is linked with the digital marketing field. And so you have to gear up for that kind of work. And if you've not had any kind of coursework in the field of digital marketing, we all just say, just at least have a 48 hours course that is given by Google. Go to Google Garage and look at their 48 hours fundamentals of digital marketing. At least do that before you apply to us. Rest, we can obviously help you evolve, but you have to have some understanding of digital marketing to some extent. Don't think it's only social media posting. It's not. Madhumita has been doing that work for quite some time. So Madhumita can obviously easily tell you it's not just social media posts and posters. It's much bigger than that. Okay.
Message.
So now we come to your question. Like what happens when people apply. So even before you apply, I know that many of you are going to be worried about the stipend bit. Are we offering stipend? Are we not offering stipend? So for the first, the period of internship, no stipend is going to be offered. Like so, mom interns 3 months, Sparkle interns 4 months, because they are focusing and investing in your capacity building. Stipend is not given, but after that, based on how your performance has been, and do you meet the criteria for increasing your engagement with us after the internship, that is when if your engagement is extended based on your review at the end, that is when the stipend for part-time engagement will be given to you. That will be 5,000 rupees. But in scenario where we may engage you as part-time employees or full-time employees, then of course the conversation is different. Um, when your internship begins with us, the first 2 weeks are going to be like this. There is going to be an orientation, which is a 1 hour online meetup, and that's going to happen on 1st December. That's the beginning of the next batches. Uh, so we forgot to add that this is batch 6 of Mom Internship and batch 4 of Sparkle Internship. Um, so 1st December is the orientation for all of you together, and it's going to be a small batch only. We don't have big batches. First 2 weeks are probation period. So you see whether this is the place for you. We see whether this is the place for you, and we will give you same task for induction. Like this 2 week induction period, all of you will have similar tasks, no matter what domain you've applied for. All the coordination on Ginny's Planet takes place on Slack workspace. So first 2 weeks are also gaining familiarity with the use of Google Workspace and Slack on Ginny's Planet, and of course you'll be participating in our team meeting. Um, as you move later, what happens later is after 2 weeks, we'll start giving you common tasks, but also specific tasks according to your position. There will be targets for your growth in discussion with you in the team meetings. There will be also now capacity building workshop sessions. These are the sessions that mostly I do, but sometimes we also ask you to join sessions by other people, or one of you will be actually holding sessions depending upon the expertise that you're bringing in. And there is a mid internship review. So, depending upon how long your internship is, at the middle, there is always a review where we try to see where you are and where you need to be. And it's more of a conversation, where we have open discussions about how things are for you and where you think they are headed. Then comes the last phase of internship. And now this is where apart from everything else that is going on, we also start looking at the independent tasks that you can do so that your capacity building continues and also your confidence increases. And of course, as we close with an internship review. So that's how the journey is going to be, for everybody who's going to apply and who's going to join if you join. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a quite interesting. I think it's a great opportunity to come and learn in an empathetic way in as a similar to me. So when is the last date? Can you please repeat it again so people will remind?
So last date is 20th November, and like Madhumita said, she said like me. So she's been a mom intern on Guinness Planet, has been engaged with us for over a year. And Madhumita, what do you want to share about your journey with us in some ways?
Actually, this is a quite interesting and learning journey for me. So I have started the digital marketing mom intern. So as a batch three, actually, I have learned so many things in my career and in my life and everything in an empathetic way. That's the most important point is empathetic way, and I can able to balance between both my career and my personal. So it's a great opportunity. So I hope everyone, mostly more persons, come and join with us.
All right. Thank you, Madhumita. And Madhumita, did you become an expert within 33 months of internship,
Yes,
or did
right.
it take more time?
No, if we bring a correct time that you allocated the task and we did, yeah, we can.
All right. So remember that. So this is for everybody. That when you begin an internship, that's beginning of a journey with us. So it's not that in within 3 months you're going to be experts on digital marketing or experts on, let's say, HR. But whatever internship period that you have with us, that helps you explore all the dimensions that you can explore further as you go ahead and become experts. And some people also obviously understand that for some people actually post internship they've gone for higher studies, or they've thought through more about what kind of jobs they want or what kind of courses do they want to go for. So generally internships tend to give not just job opportunities and strengthen your CV, but also give you more ideas about where you want to go. So Madhumita and I, and of course other people on the team, look forward to receiving your applications. If you want to come in for a close conversation, which is not live streamed today, 5 p.m. we are meeting on Zoom. The link for registration, it's there on our join us page on guinnessplanet.com. So bye for now, and we look forward to meeting you soon.
Thank you so much, Sweta, for sharing everything. Thank you, everyone.